Hello everyone, my name is Perla Lozano and along with Dulce Barnes, Ngozi Pickett, and Yu Shu, our windshield survey is about Emeryville, California. On today's presentation, we'll be exploring the boundaries, housing and zoning, open space, commons, transportation, social service centers, stores, street and people and animals, conditions of the area, race and ethnicity, religion, health indicators, politics, media, and business and industries. Emeryville, California is a small urban city located in northwestern Alameda County. It borders the cities of Oakland, Berkeley, and San Francisco Bay on its western edge. Major transportation routes define its boundaries, and this includes Interstate 80, Interstate 580, and Interstate 880, and they all run by within the Bay Bridge corridor just to the west. The city covers only 1.28 square miles, giving it one of the smallest land areas in the Bay Area. Emeryville is sometimes nicknamed the Triangle, and this is due to its compact triangular geography and proximity to the key transit corridors. Emeryville has approximately 7,140 housing units. These are owner-occupied units and makes up about 34.2%, and renter-occupied about 65.8%. The average rent for an apartment in Emeryville is around $2,688 a month. Studios may start at $2,310. The median home value estimate is approximately $453,062, with a 12.4% drop in the past year as of September of 2025. Majority of homes are multi-unit complexes or loft conversions. Most include central heating, modern plumbing, and air conditioning. New developments focus on affordability and mixed-use living. Inclusionary housing makes up 20% of ownership. Projects must be moderate income set aside, or 10% if partially within city limits. Emeryville includes multiple basis zones, and this includes medium density residential, medium high density residential, density residential, mixed use with residential, mixed use non residential, office technology, park open space, and shoreline management. So these zonings encourage transit oriented and mixed use development. Zoning aims to balance housing, business, and green space in a compact city such as Emeryville. Affordable housing incentives are integrated into zoning to meet state mandates. Zoning shapes what types of housing and land use are allowed, which is important because it impacts housing density, mixed use neighborhoods, walkability, and access to services. Mixed use with residential MUR zones enhance access to care, food, transit, and social support. Although compact, Emeryville incorporates several maintained parks and green spaces designed for community recreation and environmental balance. Key examples include Doyle Hollis Park, Emeryville Greenway, Temescal Creek Park, and the Shoreline Park along the Bay Trail. These spaces are well maintained, featured playgrounds, picnic areas, biking paths, and contributes to air quality improvement and residents' physical activity. The city's open space and recreation element promotes accessibility and safety, emphasizing walkability, lighting, and public art to enhance attractiveness and safety. Open spaces are managed under the city's general plan, ensuring that all residents live within walking distance of a park or public open area.
In Emeryville, many residents gather around Emeryville Marina Park, Bay Street Plaza, and the local Starbucks or cafe patios near Shelmont Street. These areas are especially active during morning and evening hours. In the morning, joggers, bikers, and dog walkers are often seen along the Bay Trail, enjoying the waterfront view. In the afternoons, families and young professionals spend time around the shopping plaza and the nearby entries. On weekends, outdoor seating areas and playgrounds become busier. reflecting a community that values recreation and social connection. According to Stanhope and Lancaster, such gathered spaces are vital for promoting mental health and community engagement. In Emeryville's transportation network is devised and well connected. Residents primarily use personal vehicles, but the city also provides Emery Go Round, a free public shuttle that connects major destinations like the Amtrak station, Bay Street, and nearby BART stations in Auckland and Berkeley. The shuttle runs every 15 to 20 minutes and is widely used by workers and students. Biking is also common. There are bike lanes along Powell Street and Horton Street. Though traffic congestion near shopping area can make cycling less comfortable, pedestrian crosswalks are well marked, and lighting makes walking at night relatively safe. Public transport accessibility supports environmental sustainability and equitable health outcomes. So those pictures shows us what's the transportation in Emeryville. So Emeryville offers accessible community and health service despite its small size. The Emeryville Center of Community Life provides education, recreational, and family support programs. These are nearby clinics and pharmacists such as Sutter Health, CVS, and Emeryville Medical Office offering outpatient care. Parks like Dolly Hollis Park and Stanford Avenue Park promote physical activity for children and families. While the city lacks large-scale social service office, it partners with Berkeley and Auckland to provide housing and senior support. This intercity collaboration ensures residents have access to comprehensive wellness resources. Most Emeryville residents shop at Trader Joe's, Target, or Bay Street Market. These stores provide fresh products, meats, and other essentials. Shopping tends to peak on weekends and weekdays evenings. When residents return from work, most people drive or use short public transit trips to reach stores since parking is easily available. The area is not a good desert, but like many urban communities, it has an imbalance. Health food is accessible but often more expensive compared to fast food options along Shelmont Street. Increasing affordable products and promoting local farmers markets could improve nutrition and reduce chronic disease risk.
Hello, class. Today I'm going to talk about street people and animal. During the day, Emeryville streets are moderately busy. I observe residents walking their dogs, jogging, or pushing strollers, especially in the morning and late afternoon. Homeless individuals were seen near the downtown edge, particularly close to public transit stops. They appear approachable, some sitting quietly with their signs asking for assistance. UCSF Benoff Homelessness and Housing Initiative. Animals in the area were primarily domestic pets, mostly dogs on leashes or in fenced yard. I did not notice any stray or aggressive animals, suggesting effective local animal control. Emeryville blends older industrial structure with new mixed-use housing and retail. Developments. Streets are generally clean with landscape median. Street lights and public art installation. According to the city's general plan and healthy park and open space report, the community maintain more than 20 acres of open space and several pocket parks that encourage outdoor recreation. Some construction zones and isolation littered near freeways were observed, but overall maintenance appears strong. Emeryville is racially diverse, largely populated by whites and Asian with visible mix of African American, whites and Hispanic residents. Children from different backgrounds are seen playing local restaurants reflect this diversity. Mexican taquerias, Southern style dinners, and small Asian grocery stores. Emeryville City 2023 USC Census Bureau 2003. Most signs are in English, but Spanish translation appear in grocery stores, churches, and clinics, suggesting inclusivity for non-English speaker. In Emeryville, several places of worship are visible within a short radius, including Baptist, Catholic, and non-denominational Christian churches. There are no mosques at Emeryville, so Muslims go to the nearest city for prayer. Religious signage and event flyers promote youth mentorship, community meals and blood drives. Collaboration with local health partners such as Arthur Bates, Submit Medical Center, and Life Stance Health. Submit Medical Center, Life Stance Health.
Hi, my name is Dulce Barnes, and I'll be presenting the health indicators for Emeryville. So we're going to start with clinics and hospitals. Emeryville does offer accessible outpatient health services within its city limits. However, it does not have the full service hospitals with the emergency or trauma care. These services are available in nearby Oakland, though, just about 2 to 3 miles away. So about 10-minute drive. One of those hospitals is the Alta Bates Summit Medical Hospital that provides the emergency and trauma and inpatient services. And then there's the Highland Hospital located slightly farther that serves as their level 1 trauma center for the more serious cases. Despite the absence of a hospital within Emeryville city limits, proximity though to these emergency services, it is considered to be a positive indicator. The city relies on its intercity collaboration with Oakland and Berkeley that reinforces the regional partnerships that support the population health needs. Emeryville does have the clinics and pharmacies within its city limits. Emeryville has several outpatient clinics offering multidisciplinary specialties that are notable. Examples include the Stanford Health Care Multi-Specialty Clinic and the Emeryville medical offices. Pharmacies such as CVS Pharmacy also provide those accessible prescription services and basic care. And the Emeryville does have a plethora of urgent care facilities. It actually has about 10 urgent care centers within the 1.2 square mile area that does provide services for their Emeryville's over 13,000 residents, plus those commuters that come in and out and visitors. The city's high density does create this demand for their walking care needs. The absence of the full service hospital makes the urgent care centers essential for non-emergent needs. The accessibility is further supported by the public transport options like the Marigold shuttle, the BART connections, and its walkable streets. The concentration of urgent care facilities does reflect the community's the community prioritizes the outpatient access and convenience, which is a positive health indicator for Emeryville. And in regards to the mental illness and substance abuse issues that happen in Emeryville, according to the local news and regional health reports, Emeryville has visible behavioral health needs, particularly among the unhoused individuals near the transit corridors and the commercial zones. The Emeryville Eye has reported there is no dedicated mental health or addiction treatment centers listed within the city limits, though there is a lot of outpatient services. A couple of them are the Life Stance Health, which offers therapy and psychiatry, including substance use treatment. There's also St. Mary's Center, Recovery 55, which is an outpatient addiction and dual diagnosis care just outside Emeryville. And in a 2024 interview by Police Chief Jeffrey Jennings, he emphasizes the role of community-based policing and regional partnerships addressing the behavioral health needs within the city. He described how Emeryville PD works with Oakland and Berkeley to connect individuals with care. That the lack of dedicated behavioral health infrastructure within Emeryville suggests limited local access, but the regional collaboration with Oakland and Berkeley does help fill in those gaps. The statewide data does show that 48% of California's unhoused population has complex behavioral needs, including substance abuse and psychiatric conditions. Emeryville's approach reflects a reliance on inner-city partnerships and law enforcement as a bridge to that care. The indicators that we see are based on online sources. The political activity in Emeryville appears modest but active during the election cycles. In 2024 general election, there were 6 candidates that ran to fill 3 open city council seats for Emeryville, reflecting competitive civic participation. There's a notable incident that involved a council member by the name of Camilla Preforce, a progressive voice known for challenging the status quo. He was also formally censored by a 4-1 vote of fellow council members for allegedly disclosing confidential information during the meetings. And according to the Emeryville Eye Community News, the issue was framed more of a conduct concern than actual legal violation. While there was no political party headquarters within the Emeryville city limits, visual indicators of civic engagement, such as election posters, community forums, and voter outreach events, were present during campaign seasons. Emeryville, there are indicators that people do read and watch television. In regards to the residents, they are part of the San Francisco Oakland media market. So it gives them access to a wide range of local and national news. They access the Bay Area stations like the KQED, KTVU, KGO, and KIPX. Streaming platforms also, whereas the whole nation, Netflix, Hulu, YouTube TV are very popular among those tech-savvy renters. And in regards to radio, there's NPR News 88.5, KQED, KPFA 94.1 FM, which is Progressive Talk, and KSOL 98.9 FM, which is their Spanish language station. They do have high-speed internet that is provided by Xfinity and WebPass, and the free Wi-Fi is also provided in public libraries and cafes to ensure a broad access. Social media use is seen to be more use of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Reddit that are definitely widely used. City updates actually are shared via Instagram and X, and even Reddit threads show that residents discuss housing, safety, and local events. And there is also a Facebook group called Emeryville Triangle Neighborhood that currently has 742 members, where they discuss same thing as like local events, safety alerts, housing updates, and neighborhood concerns. They also have like ring neighborhood events where they share incidences like crime or things to watch out in the neighborhood. Emerald does have a really unique business climate for such a small city. It is known for startup friendly and innovation driven with a strong presence in tech, biotech, retail, and creative industries. There's really no heavy industry or military presence, no installations. The city is zoned though for mixed use development, which blends housing, office space, and retail in those walkable neighborhoods. Some of the largest employees that a lot of us have heard of, especially is the Pixar Animation Studios, which employs over 1,400 people, as well as Emeryville, Cliff Bar, Grocery Outlet Headquarters, and Pete's Coffee. These companies do reflect the city's focus on sustainability, food innovation, and media. And at the same time, Emeryville does support a vibrant small business scene with cafes, fitness studios, wellness shops, and boutiques that serve both residents and visitors. The hospitality industry, though, here is growing too, with hotels and short term rentals catering to those tourists and business travelers who want to stay near San Francisco or Berkeley, but at a more affordable rate. Because of Emeryville's location, many residents actually commute to nearby cities like Oakland and Berkeley or San Francisco for work, especially in education and healthcare for those government roles. And then the regional connectivity gives people this flexibility in where they live and they also work. So overall, Emeryville's business environment supports the economic diversity, the local and entrepreneurship, and access to employment, all of which are very important indicators to this community, uh, thriving. And this is it. Thank you so much for listening to us. And here are references. Thank you, Rich.